Good morning, Willow Springs. I'm Trista Tippin.
And I'm Brett Landman.
This is Joanne's second period class, and WSMS News starts now.
The Cowboys are moving on to the divisional championship. Are they going to take it all the way? We've got the Lovejoy reaction.
It felt like spring all week, but is the cold rain bringing winter back?
Over 2 years has passed since Lovejoy implemented a STEM-focusing curriculum.
We'll tell you what effect it's had on our district.
And a musical favorite of the past showcases at LHS. All this and more coming up on WSMS TV News.
Welcome back. This is Willow Springs News. Well, the rain is back along with cold weather.
Yeah, it has felt like spring earlier this week with temperatures in the high 60s. Let's head to our weather crew for an update on how long the rain will stick around.
Snow and ice has been taking over in the Northeast, causing roads to be very icy, making it extremely dangerous to drive. Winds in Michigan have been picking up, causing massive waves. One wave was so big it knocked over a 20-foot beacon. Here in Texas, temperatures have been unusually warm for January, but they might just be expected to cool down. Here's Bella Levine with more.
The rain we've been experiencing today will start to slow down, but then possibly pick back up on Wednesday, so make sure to always have your umbrella. We have also been experiencing lots of unusually warm temperatures this winter, but the weather will slowly start to cool down this week. The lows will be in the high 30s to low 40s and the highs in the 50s. That's it for weather. Back to you guys.
Thanks, ladies. And now for our top story. Lovejoy High School opened a $9 million STEM wing in the fall of 2016. The community voted to pass a bond program in 2014 to fund the building.
The building has 12 classrooms, 2 engineering labs, 5 computer labs, and 1 think tank incubator. As WSMS reporter Aria Raju reports, the district is banking on the STEM program to have a big impact on students and their future.
As technology advances, new professions and opportunities get introduced to the world. Science, technology, engineering, and math, also known as STEM, has become a big part of the world that we live in today.
STEM is the collaboration of the fields of science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and they come together to create solutions to problems for humans.
Here at Lovejoy, STEM has become a big part of most students' curriculums. At Lovejoy High School, the engineering wing cost $9 million. Our school board realizes how important a STEM curriculum is to success in today's job market.
The school board, the parents, pretty much everybody in this district that I've met so far is highly interested in increasing STEM education in this area. The adults have recognized how important it is for our kids to be educated in STEM because it's those jobs that are coming open, the best creative and best paying jobs out there, and we want our kids to be ready.
At Sloan Creek Intermediate School, both 5th and 6th graders are required to take STEM 1 and STEM 2. And here at our school, the district hired a full-time STEM teacher, Miss Sylvia Woods.
There's something so rewarding and so much fun about having a problem and coming up with a solution of your own and building that out, fleshing that out. The students absolutely love the hands-on instruction. Instead of going from worksheets or writing or just doing problems, they're actually coming up with solutions themselves.
Well, I use the principles to help code and build robots in GTT. I like completing tasks using the robots with coding software.
I enjoy building robots and finding solutions to problems.
I think it's important because STEM has characteristics and subjects that you need to learn and master in order for you, to obtain a job or complete tasks in your later life.
Were you happy that you joined this class?
Extremely.
Miss Woods understands the importance of STEM education.
For years now, we've recognized that we were going to have more STEM jobs than we were going to have graduates for in the United States. As of 2018, we were expected to have 1.2 million more job openings in the STEM fields than we were going to have people to fill those jobs, which means we were either going to have to take those jobs overseas to fill them, or we were going to have to recruit people from overseas to come into the United States to fill them.
Recently, Dallas Mayor Rawlings said that Amazon decided to bypass the North Dallas area for its new headquarters because its workforce and educational systems lacked the skill set for what they were looking for.
Education, workforce.
Why shouldn't our children be able to fill those jobs? So STEM has become a big push across the nation.
Lovejoy is taking the steps necessary to fill that gap.
So if you start them earlier, not only do you set your brain up for it, but you also set your credits up for it so that you're ready to enter college.
I'm Arya Raju for WSMS TV News.
Thanks, Aria. Our journalism class is an elective which falls into the CTE curriculum. Speaking of electives, Bump Up Day is coming up.
Yes, it is. Do you hear that music?
Yeah, I do. I love this musical. It's so fun. Now let's go to our entertainment crew, Natalie and Ryder, to give us the latest on what's going around our campus.
A week from today, our band, choir, orchestra, art, and theater students are participating in demonstrations for 5th grade students going into 6th grade. This will allow 5th grade students to get insight on what each of the fine arts are all about.
Yep, I remember doing that in 5th grade. It helped me a lot with my decision.
I totally agree.
2 weeks from today is our annual LISD Bump Up Day, where our 4th graders go to Sloan Creek, our 6th graders go to WSMS, and our 8th graders go to LHS. Speaking of LHS, the theater and choir students present an iconic musical favorite that will have you singing along.
Some loving had me up the last.
Summer loving happens so fast.
Okay, enough of the singing. Grease had an 8-year run on Broadway. It's an unforgettable trip back to the summer of 1959, with bad boy Danny Zuko having a secret romance with sweet Sandy D. The entire crew dances along in the simpler time with poodle skirts, drive-in movies, and T-Birds.
And don't forget the pink ladies in their bobby socks and pedal pushers. What are some of your favorite songs, Ryder? I love You, School Dropout, You're the One That I Want, and Grace.
I love Summer Nights. It's a show you don't want to miss, featuring the great rock and roll of the times by Buddy Holly, Little Richard, and Elvis. Tickets are $15 for students and $19 for adults. They went on sale this week.
Grace's opening night is next Thursday, January 17th, starting at 7 p.m., with performances both Friday and Saturday night. If you want an entertaining, captivating, and a throwback movie to old times, go and catch Grace at LHS.
The Geography Bee is coming up on January 24th, which is next Thursday. Students took a test in the first semester to get into the Bee. Good luck to all the participants.
And for a second year in a row, art students are bringing back Project Tag. Here's Ms. Slaver to explain more about it.
Project Tag is a really cool project. It's our second year to do it at Willow Springs. The art kids put it on every year. And we make these really miniature works of art that are paired with inspirational quotes. And the coolest part about it is we're actually inviting the public to take the art and use it. And we're even going to go outside of just this one collaborative installation and put it on teachers' desks, on lockers, on windows, on doors, just to kind of spread the love all throughout the school. It starts this Friday. As soon as school starts, around 8, we'll probably have it open. And students, teachers, anyone is invited to come up to this installation. And if you see artwork that speaks to you, take one. But the coolest part about this project is it's the honor system. So you take what you need and give what you can. That's what TAG stands for. So maybe the next couple of days, you bring one back and you add your own artwork to this collaborative installation. The purpose of this project is really just to inspire others. It's really nice to get inspirational art. I mean, you never know what people are going through on a day-to-day basis, and it just might make someone smile. How do you think Project Tag can really help our community?
I think if you're going through some tough times or maybe you're just having a bad day, one of these might be able to cheer a person up.
Anyone can be an artist, anyone can be creative. My encouragement to you would be to just create without fear. Take off all of that pressure you put on yourself for it to be perfect and just speak from your heart.
Looks cool. And finally, we have a day off from school on the 21st of January because of Martin Luther King Day. That's it for entertainment. Back to you.
Thanks. We got a busy next few weeks and a lot of thinking to figure out.
Yeah, it's so hard to realize that we have to make decisions as an 8th grader that will affect our future.
Talk about pressure. Imagine what the Dallas Cowboys are going through right now. We'll get to that in just a moment, but first, let's pause for a commercial break.
When we come back, we'll talk Cowboys, basketball, wrestling, and what's going on with the government shutdown. We break it down for you and what all this means.
tied right now.
Got it,
this.
Got it, coach.
It's tied. Game over. If you make this, we go home. We celebrate. We're the champions. All right?
Got this. It's harder than it.
Just as the new year set in, a new U.S. Congress was sworn in. It's more diverse than ever before. And
President Trump shut the government down over border security. Let's get the latest in headline news as Ari Rajut and Nabila Abdallah break it all down.
A showdown between President Trump and congressional Democrats over funding for his wall project has led to a 2-week government shutdown. Trump says he will not support a bill to fully fund the government until he secures the money for the wall. He considered declaring a national emergency to build the wall.
During a speech from the Oval Office on Tuesday night, President Donald Trump laid out his case.
My fellow Americans, tonight I am speaking to you because there is a growing humanitarian and security crisis at our southern border. Every day, Customs and Border Patrol agents encounter thousands of illegal immigrants trying to enter our country.
The Democratic opposition accused Mr. Trump of repeating several misstatements and exaggerations.
The fact is, President Trump has chosen to hold hostage critical services for the health, safety, and well-being of the American people and withhold the paychecks of 800,000 innocent workers across the nation, many of them veterans.
Nancy Pelosi returns as a speaker for the House last week after Democrats took over the House of Representatives, ending an era of a divided Congress. Pelosi is the only female to have served as Speaker and the highest-ranking elected woman in the United States history. Pelosi is second in the presidential line of succession, immediately after the Vice President.
The U.S. House of Representatives is now the most diverse in American history. A record number of women and minorities were elected. 29-year-old Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez unseated a powerful 10-term New York congressman. She's the youngest woman ever elected to Congress. Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar are the first Muslim congresswomen.
Even with new minority members, the U.S. Congress does not reflect the minority population in America.
Yes, that is very true. If current rates of national population trends change as they have for the past 20 years, by 2035, non-Hispanic whites will be outnumbered by minorities. Here's a map that reflects the actual numbers.
AirPods are becoming a disruption in our own school this year. Sneha Mani will break it down for us next week.
That's all for headline news. Back to you guys.
Thanks, guys. Okay, so let's switch gears here. The Cowboys have a big game against the Rams this Saturday.
Yeah, and big sports opinions are everywhere, including our own Ben Boland. So you don't think the Cowboys can pull it off?
The Cowboys have no chance. The Rams' flashy offense and solid defense are going to take the Cowboys by surprise. And even if the Cowboys make it through to the next round, they're going to get stomped by the Saints in the divisional championship. Also, the Super Bowl is coming up. Tomorrow, our Dallas Cowboys will be heading into LA to face the Rams in the divisional round. The Cowboys are looking very strong coming off of a 3-game win streak, but some people have some doubts about how they'll fare against the Rams, who are also coming off a 3-game win streak, especially because they've faced a couple crucial injuries against the Seahawks. These injuries include Cole Beasley's sprained ankle and Alan Hearn's gruesome ankle injury. Cowboys players say they're going to give it all against the Rams, and they say they've prepared very well for their upcoming game. In college sports news, last Monday, number 2 Clemson upset number 1 Alabama in the College Football Playoff Championship 44-16. It was a close game through the first quarter at 14-13, but the Clemson started to pull away, going on a 30-3 run to end the game. True freshman quarterback Trevor Lawrence led Clemson to this electrifying win, throwing 3 touchdowns and 347 yards against one of the best defenses in college football. 18-year-old Lawrence, who still has at least 2 seasons left in college, has already started talking to NFL scouts about potential deals. That's all for national sports. Back to you guys.
I'm Hannah Gonzalez. And I'm Carson Templin. Our varsity boys are off to a great start with a 16-3 record. The Leopards played Monday night at Heritage and took a huge victory, and are playing again tonight at 7:30 at LHS.
Middle school night is tonight at the boys and girls varsity games. All middle school basketball players will go out into the gym floor and be represented in front of the crowd. Girls varsity starts at 6:15 and boys starts at 7:30.
Our Willow Springs wrestlers are playing a duel tomorrow at Sloan Creek. They got second place in their last tournament and are expecting to pull out some more wins.
Last year, our basketball teams couldn't defeat Ford Middle School in their basketball games. Many players were looking forward to playing Ford one last time and to take a chance at victory. I got a chance to talk to some of our players about the Ford game.
I'm Hannah Gonzalez here with Jackson Wood, Bella Levine, Trista Tippin, Sydney Bardwell, and Carson Templin. So I hear that y'all are supposed to have a really hard game against Ford this upcoming Thursday. So how's that supposed to go?
I'm actually pretty nervous for this game because all Lovejoy teams have gone undefeated for 8th grade girls. And if we lose a game, it's going to be to Ford because Ford is very much so matched up with our girls. So it's definitely going to be a crazy game, definitely going to be close. We're going to have to play our best if we're going to pull off a win.
So why is this supposed to be hard?
They're really rough. Yeah, they're really aggressive. They definitely are not afraid to foul you. And they have a lot of players who are similar to ours who can handle the ball really well and shoot a lot of threes. And so our defense is going to have to be on point.
The WSMS 7th grade basketball played on Wednesday against Ford. Boys were home and girls were away at Ford. Our boys had tough competition and none of our teams could pull out the victory. But all of our 7th grade girls crushed the competition. A team winning 23-4, B team winning 28-22, and C team winning 25-0.
That's it for our announcements.
Have a good day, and remember,
Leopards roar as one. Roar!